The Miami Heat are gearing up for the upcoming NBA season, but there are whispers in the air about potential changes that could electrify the roster. With the pressing need for more offensive firepower, particularly in the shooting department, the Heat are faced with a crucial decision. As we dive into the latest speculations, let's take a moment to comment on where you're watching from and what you think about these developments. We want to hear your opinions. In a landscape of the modern NBA, it's becoming increasingly clear that building a championship-caliber team often revolves around trades rather than free agency. Notably, the pool of available free agents tends to be filled with role players, guys who can make an impact but rarely shift the balance of a franchise. There are a few exceptions, with the likes of LeBron James still commanding attention. But the Heat have their eyes set on another intriguing name that has been linked to them for years, Bradley Beal. Once an all-star and a member of the All-NBA team, Beal's name has floated around Miami discussions for what feels like an eternity. The intrigue isn't just a flash in the pan. It's rooted in a desire for a player who could ignite the Heat's offense. However, there's a caveat. While Beal's scoring prowess is undeniable, with career averages of 21 points and shooting splits of 46.4% from the field and 37.6% from beyond the arc, the question looms large over his health. The last season was a nightmare for Beal, who managed to play just 6 games for the Los Angeles Clippers due to a hip fracture. It's tough to write off such an injury as mere bad luck, especially when the ramifications can linger. For a player whose game relies on agility and quickness, the concern is whether he can regain the mobility needed to compete at a high level. Yes, he's immensely talented and arguably the most gifted player available outside of LeBron. But availability is the name of the game. Let's not forget, the last time Beal participated in at least 60 games in a season dates back to the 2020 to 2021 campaign with the Washington Wizards. That's a significant red flag for the Heat's front office. The pivotal question remains, is the potential reward of adding a player like Beal worth the risk of his ongoing health issues? In my assessment, he shouldn't be Miami's primary target. There are other players, such as Gary Trent Jr., who I believe would be a better fit and carry a lower risk. However, the landscape of free agency can shift rapidly. If the Heat find themselves missing out on their preferred targets and Beal is still on the board, it may be worth taking a gamble. Bringing in a former star on a veteran minimum contract could be a low-risk move with high upside. Who knows? He might just turn back the clock and provide the spark Miami needs to make a deep playoff run. As we continue to explore these roster possibilities, the Heat's management has a pivotal task ahead, balancing the allure of a high-caliber player against the real concerns of his injury history. The stakes are high, and the decisions made in the coming weeks could dictate Miami's trajectory for the season. So, Heat fans, let's keep the discussions going. What are your thoughts on the potential addition of Bradley Beal? Do you think he could be the missing piece, or should the team pivot towards other options? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on the Miami Heat as we gear up for another exciting NBA season.